Hola, gente linda. Hello, beautiful people. Hola is hello in Spanish, and gente linda means beautiful people in Spanish. Happy New Year 2024. Feliz Año Nuevo 2024. I am Nelly Z. My goal for my YouTube channel is to study the topics for the licensed clinical social worker exam together and share this material with someone who may need it. First, I would like to share a quote to continue to be inspired and motivated to carry on with this journey. We will start studying Jim Piaget's theory, and this will be my first video for this theory. I will link the article under this video for you review at your convenience. Finally, thank you for taking the time to listen to this video. If you would like to receive a notification when I upload a video, please subscribe and don't forget to like this video so we can all maximize the gifts of the technology of this time. I also get motivated and inspired to get with this crazy idea of studying together for LCSW exam. So please don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Adios, mi gente linda, and many blessings. Here is the quote that I like to share with you, and it is perfect for this first day of the year 2024. Be grateful to God every year you live, by Laila Gifty Akita. Again, be grateful to God every year you live. I will say, let's be grateful every day, because without God, we cannot do anything. Okay, so we are going to go to the same website, which is very well mine, and we will study. I will start studying the Piaget's theory. Piaget's 4 stages of cognitive development explained. Background and key concepts of Piaget's theory. Jean Piaget's theory of cognitive development suggests that children move through 4 different stages of learning. His theory focused not only on understanding how children acquire knowledge, but also on understanding the nature of the intelligence. Piaget's stages are sensory-motor stage, birth to 2 years, pre-operational stage, ages 2 to 7 years, concrete operational stages, age 7 to 11, and formal operational stages, age 12 and up. Piaget believed that children take an active role in the learning process, acting much like little scientists as they perform experiments, make observations, and learn about the world. As kids interact with the world around them, they continually add new knowledge, build up existing knowledge, and adapt previously held ideas to accommodate new information. And here we have a picture of the Piaget stage, just of connected development. So here is the baby, sensory motor stage, birth to 2 years. Here is the pre-operational stage, 2 to 7 years. Concrete operational stage, 7 to 11 years. And the formal operational stage starts from 12 and up, which here is just give an example that the kid is thinking about the cup half empty, half full. History of the Piaget's theory of cognitive development. Piaget was born in Switzerland in the late 1800s and was precocious student. Precocious student. Publishing his first science paper when he was 11 years old. Wow. His early exposure to intellectual development of children came when he worked as an assistant to Alfred Binet and Theodore Simon as they worked to standardize their famous IQ test. Piaget versus Vygotsky. Piaget's theory differs in an important way from those two of Vygotsky, another influential figure in the field of child development. Vygotsky acknowledged the role that curiosity and active involvement play in learning, but placed greater emphasis on society and culture. Piaget felt that development is largely full from within, while Vygotsky believed that external factors such as culture and people such as parent, caregiver, and peers play a more significant role. Much Piaget's interest in the connected development of children was inspired by his observation of his own nephew and daughter. This observation reinforces building hypothesis that children's minds were not merely a smaller version of adult minds. Until this point in history, children were largely treated simply as a smaller version of adults. Piaget was one of the first to identify that the way that children think is different from the way adults think. Piaget proposed that intelligence grows and develops through a series of stages. Older children do not think more quickly than younger children, and instead there are both qualitative and quantitative differences between the thinking of young children versus older children. Based on his observations, he concluded that children were not less intelligent than adults. They simply think different. Albert Einstein called Piaget's discovery so simple only a genius could have thought of it. Good. Piaget's stage theory describes the cognitive development of children. Cognitive development involves changes in cognitive process and abilities. Piaget's view, early cognitive development involves processes based upon actions and later progresses to changes in mental operations. The sensory-motor stage of cognitive development. During this earliest stage of cognitive development, infants and toddlers acquire knowledge through sensory experiences and manipulating objects. A child's entire experience and the earliest period of the stage occur through basic reflexes, sense and motor responses. Birth to 2 years. Major characteristics and developmental changes during this stage. Know the world through movement and sensations. Learn about the world through basic actions such as sucking, grasping, looking, and listening. Learn that things continue to exist even when they cannot be seen. And here is the concept of object permanence. Realizing that they are separate beings from the people and objects around them. Realizing that their actions can cause things to happen in the world around them. During the sensory motor stage, children go through a period of dramatic growth and learning. As a kid interacts with their environment, they continually make new discoveries about how the world works. The cognitive development that occurs during this period takes place over a relatively short time and involves a great deal of growth. Children not only learn how to perform physical actions such as rolling and walking, they also learn a great deal about languages from the people with whom they interact. Piaget also broke this stage down into sub-stages. Early representational thought emerges during the final part of the sensory motor stage. Piaget believed that developing object permanence or object constancy, the understanding that objects continue to exist even when they cannot be seen, was an important element at this point of development. By learning that objects are separate and distinct entities and that they have an existence of their own outside of individual perception. Children are then able to begin to attach names and words to objects. And Here is the other one, the pre-operational stage of cognitive development. The foundation of language development may have been laid during the previous stage, but the emergence of language is one of the major hallmarks of the pre-operational stage of development, which is from 2 to 7 years. Major characteristic and development changes during this stage. Begin to think symbolically and learn to use words and pictures to represent objects. Tend to be egocentric and struggle to see things from the perspective of others. Getting better with language and thinking, but still tend to think in very concrete terms. At this stage, kids learn through pretend play, but still struggle with logic and taking the point of view of other people. They also often struggle with understanding the idea of constancy. Children become more skilled and pretend playing during this stage of development, yet they continue to think very concretely about the world around them. For example, a researcher might take a lump of clay, divide it into two equal pieces, and then give a child the choice between two pieces of clay to play with. One piece of clay is rolled into compact ball while the other is smashed into flat pancake shape. Because the flat shape looks larger, the pre-operational child will likely choose that piece, even though the two pieces are exactly the same size. The concrete operational stage of cognitive development. While children are still very concrete and literal in their thinking, at this point in development, they become much more adept at using logic. The egocentrism of the previous stage begins to disappear as kids become better at thinking about how other people might view a situation. 7 to 11 years. Major characteristics and development changes during this stage. Begin to think logically about concrete events. Begin to understand the concept of conservation, that the amount of liquid in a short white cup is equal to that in a tall skinny glass, for example. Thinking becomes more logical and organized, but still very concrete. Begin using inductive logic or reasoning from specific information to a general principle. While thinking becomes much more logical during this concrete operational stage, it can also be very rigid. Kids at this point in development tend to struggle with abstract and hypothetical concepts. During this stage, children also become less egocentric and begin to think about how other people might think and feel. Kids in the concrete operational stage also begin to understand that their thoughts are unique to them and that not everyone else necessarily shares their thoughts, feeling, and opinion. And this is the final stage, the formal operational stage of cognitive development. The final stage of Piaget's theory involves an increase in logic, the ability to use deductive reasoning, and an understanding of abstract ideas. At this point, adolescents and young adults become capable of seeing multiple potential solutions to problems and think more scientifically about the world around them. Age 12 and up. Major characteristics, developmental changes during this time. Begins to think abstractly and reason about hypothetical problems. Begins to think more about moral, philosophical, ethical, social, political issues that require theoretical and abstract reasoning. Begin to use deductive logic or reasoning from a general principle to specific information. The ability to think about abstract ideas and situations is the key hallmark of the formal operational stage of connected development. The ability to systematically plan for the future and reason about hypothetical situations are also critical abilities that emerge during this stage. Okay, so we're going to stop here with this article, and next article we're going to review these concepts, important connected development concepts. So we will review the other concepts in the next video. I don't want to make this video too long. In the meantime, let's keep learning together. And Happy New Year and many blessings, mi gente linda. Adiós. Bye-bye.